All right, meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, responding fire. We're going to talk about Dorian, impacts of Dorian in the Carolinas, in case we have people who have interest down there. Also, in the Eastern Virginia area, we'll go over what we're going to locally see. What you will see on part of this is we're going to use some of the National Weather Service graphics from both the Morehead City area and the area on Eastern Virginia. I'm going to use some of their graphics in my procedure here. First, we're going to look at what's going on. Let's start with the summary of watches and warnings in the area. Storm surge warnings in effect for the mouth of St. Mary's River to Ponisquan, Virginia, Pamlico, and Albemarle Sounds, Neuse and Pamlico Rivers up to Hampton Roads. A hurricane warning is in effect from Savannah River north to the Virginia-North Carolina border, Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds. Hurricane watch from St. Mary's River to Savannah River. Tropical storm warning effect from St. Mary's River to Savannah River. North Carolina, Virginia border to Chesapeake, Virginia. Chesapeake Bay from Smith Point and southward. And tropical storm watch in effect from north of Chesapeake, Virginia to Fenwick Island, Delaware. Chesapeake Bay from Smith Point to Drum Point. Tidal Potomac south of Cobb Island. This is from the Newport Morehead City office. You can see what we're looking here for Hurricane Dorian from that office. You see in storm surge is a high threat level, rainfall and flooding is high threat level, winds are high threat level, tornadoes low threat level, and their forecasting confidence is pretty high. And confidence remains high that we'll have light threatening storm surge, flash flooding, and strong winds across eastern North Carolina. Storm surge threat. So I'm going to go a little further into it, but you have your Kill Devil Hills, your Nags Head areas, and the moderate back to Plymouth and Columbia. These are areas in moderate storm water surge. Morehead City, Topsail Beach, Jacksonville, in the high level storm surge warnings all along that area. Duck, Nags Head, Stumpy Point, Avon, Hatteras, Ocracoke, and the Morehead City, Sneads Ferry, New Bern, Aurora, Washington, Beehaven, and that's there. What are we expecting to see? An addition of over 3 feet in the Nags Head area. 1 foot further inland in some of these sounds that go in here. New Bern and stuff, 3 foot is a good chance. 4 to 7 feet, Surf City to Cape Lookout. 3 to 6, Cape Lookout to Duck, South Side and River, 3 to 6 feet. It could be start as early as the morning and go through the day. Watch out for water in these areas. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next one, which is over in Wakefield, Virginia. This is their situation overview. Prolonged periods of heavy rainfall expected. Flash flooding. East Virginia, Northeast North Carolina tomorrow night, or Thursday night and Friday. And that's going to be also with the wind. Life-threatening wind damage expected. That's going to be above 80, 90 miles an hour on the coastline. There is an increased chance of tornadoes in Northeast North Carolina. That would be during the nighttime and early Friday. Marine issues which continue through around Saturday. And moderate tidal flooding to major tidal flooding is likely. Areas, let's say like in Cape Hatteras, that road that goes through there, likely will go underwater and may be damaged. Let's look at their forecast confidence. Look at this. All of them high again, very confident what's going on. Here we look at the hurricane warning, includes Williamsburg, that's tropical storm warning, Williamsburg, Norfolk, Franklin, Windsor, Elizabeth City, and a hurricane warning. Hazard overview, storm surge warnings. It's Norfolk, Elizabeth City, Williamsburg. That's going to be a lot of water. As you see, Thursday into Friday is a good time frame. Estimated wind gust, we could get about as high as 50 miles an hour here in Williamsburg, 62 or above in Norfolk, Elizabeth City, in the hurricane point. Here's your likely wind, 74 to 110 here. That would include Nags Head. Virginia Beach would be in the 58 to 73. Storm surge flooding, as you see here. Major flooding expected in Hampton and Norfolk. So please be on the lookout there. Storm surge issues, potential for storm surge 3 feet or above in all those areas discussed. So I am in 6 to 8 inch flood, 3 to 6 inch flooding potentials. This is not looking good for the potential in the area for the eastern Virginia area. Now we're back with the graphics that we're going to be using on what I pulled together forecast models. You're going to have this in the early morning when you get this. This will be close to, if not where it's located. As you see, strong winds starting to pick up in North Carolina, definitely in South Carolina. Charleston's going to be being beat up. And see, the models I'm going to show you pretty soon are going to actually bring this likely right over the Cape, or just to the west of it, which is going to bring the Cape area, such as Cape Hatteras, such as Nag's Head, and those areas in the northeast quadrant to worst quadrant possible. This is your GFS model. As you see, this moves north and east. As I said, when we take a look at the Beech Wharf model, this is even closer, so let's take a look. Where's this at? This is Cape Lookout. This is Cape Hatteras. Nag's Head's about here. So you see, this is going to be very close probably to one of these points right here are probably to be the first landfall points, which would be Cape Lookout or Cape Hatteras. They're your most likely areas for the first landfall, and then more landfall up here in areas closer to Duck, Kitty Hawk, Nag's Head. And like I said, here's the H Wharf, and this is pretty much going with the rest of them. Your Nag's Head, and that'll be right here. Look at how this is going to be the northeastern eye part. You got heavy water here in Norfolk, in the eastern parts of Virginia. Some stronger winds here in central Virginia, back towards Roanoke. Probably 15 to 25 mile an hour gusts there as we move along. As it goes off the coastline, you see the winds will continue to push hard in Norfolk and areas down at the Virginia Beach area. Some late rain, some like 15, 25 mile winds, like I said. And here's Nag's Head right about there. This is looking like it's going to come right near Nag's Head after it comes over the Cape Hatteras and Cape Lookout areas. Pretty good chance at this point. And I mean, we're running out of time here. Nam, same difference. Cape Lookout, Cape Fear, Lookout, and then Cape Lookout, and then Cape Fear, and then, like I said, Nag's Head area. All in this NAM 12K, and we got even closer with a 4K, or 3K, excuse me. As we went along here, here's your 3K NAM, which is very close. As you see, it's right over like Nag's Head here. So these are all kind of combined to each other to make a very strong storm. Life-threatening storm surge, dangerous winds are expected portions of the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and parts of southeast Virginia and Chesapeake Bay. Regardless of where the center is, water levels could advance and strong winds. Please listen to your local officials for any mandatory evacuations. I would definitely get out. Flash flooding will be likely across Georgia tonight and Carolinas overnight, and then Thursday gets a higher risk of flash flooding in Carolinas than southeastern Virginia. The National Hurricane Center track shows just that, going right over like the Cape Lookout area and Cape Fear and up near Nag's Head, and then tropical storm. We talked about the warnings and the watches. Locally, in the local Roanoke area, where you can get increasing clouds, 68 degrees, 78 maybe on Thursday, or maybe even lower than that, 74, with winds picking up northeast 20 to 25 miles an hour. And that includes Thursday night into Friday morning, where you get these increasing clouds, 83 degrees, 85 on Saturday for the 9/11 walk here in Roanoke, 86 on Sunday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms maybe return Monday and Tuesday, but the craziest thing we may get is a few sprinkles, a few light showers on the day on Thursday and Thursday night, with increasing winds 15 to 25, gusts to 30, with the northeast winds that will come in. Other than that, we're going to zoom out real quick and look at the radar real fast for Morehead City, and then we'll be having a good evening and good early morning, and we'll talk to you again later today as we watch the hurricane.